What's up, gamers? This is That PlayStation Gamer coming to you guys with a brand new video. So I figure, hey, let's do a reaction to the Game Awards 2022. I know the Game Awards aren't super popular for some people out there. They think, oh, it's just a stupid award show. But hey, it's a nice way to cap off the year, in my opinion. And you know what? Honestly, I just kind of enjoy seeing what games I missed out on and seeing the community's reactions. So, with all that said, let's get into it. Yes, I had to skip a good chunk of this because most of this was just a countdown. So, Jeff, you need to work on that there, bro. So, here we go. Oh, yeah, my nose is stuffed up again.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Keighley, and on Thursday, December 8th, we are going to celebrate the best in video games and see what's next at the Game Awards, which streams live from the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. Yes, there will be new games to announce, the Game Awards Orchestra will return, and there are many other surprises in the works. But today, it's all about revealing the
Oh yeah, just a heads up, we will be skipping over best esports stuff just because I have no interest in esports and any of that shit because I literally would not know anything about it, so voting on them would be stupid. And yes, by the way, I do tend on what I say I'm gonna vote for. I'm actually gonna vote for later today.
Nominees across more than 30 categories, including, of course, Game of the Year, as selected by our global jury of more than 100 media outlets. Remember, you can help select the winners by voting at thegameawards.com and on our Game Awards Discord server. Who's in the running? Well, it's my honor to announce this year's distinguished nominees. For Best Performance, the nominees for 2022 are Ashley Birch, Horizon Forbidden West; Charlotte McBurney, A Plague Tale Requiem; Christopher Judge, God of War Ragnarok; Man Engage, Immortality; and Sonny Suljic, God of War Ragnarok.
Okay, so this one's already kind of hard, but I think I have to go with Charlotte on this one. And the reason why is because you're going to see me say God of War a lot, but I will say, performance-wise, Charlotte gives, very emotional one. Damn. I think her acting is just as good as someone as Ashley Johnson or Laura Bailey. So I might want to keep an eye on this girl. She might be the next Ashley Johnson.
Ragnarok.
Although I will say Sonny and Christopher Judge do a really good job. I haven't played Immortality, so I wouldn't know anything about that game.
In the category of Best Multiplayer, the nominees are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiversus, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, this one's gonna be easy. This gonna sound so weird. I'm gonna say Splatoon 3. From what I saw of CineQ's live stream, his birthday live stream. Shout out to him, happy birthday. That does look like a fun game. It does look like a really fun game, something I could get myself into. But then Overwatch 2 is not supposedly that bad either. And Modern Warfare 2 is supposedly not that bad, but it's I don't know. Of those three games, because, Ninja Turtle, this is weird because Ninja Turtles is technically more of a single player game, if anything else. So, okay, that's kind of interesting. But, overall, I think I would have to lean on either Modern Warfare 2 or Splatoon 3. But from what I've heard, and again, this is what I'm hearing, it seems like people like Splatoon 3 more, or at least, I guess you would say it's more praise than the Overwatch or Call of Duty.
For Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are
Fortnite,
Apex Legends,
Fortnite,
Destiny 2, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
Fortnite. Okay, for real, this one I will have to say it's either going to Final Fantasy 14 or Fortnite.
The nominees for Best Art Direction are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn.
Elden Ring. Easy. Dude, you cannot look at Elden Ring and seriously think that God of War is on the same level. Don't get me wrong, I love God of War Ragnarok, bro. I do. But you look at Elden Ring, that shit looks like a manga. That looks like it's cut from like the panels of Berserk and all that kind of stuff. So I'm voting for Elden Ring.
And Stray.
Oh yeah, Stray was also a nominee, but it's Elden Ring. Elden Ring all the way. Best score in music.
For Best Score in Music, the nominees are Olivier Derivière, A Plague Tale Requiem, Susaka Sato, Elden Ring, Bear McCreary, God of War Ragnarok, Two Feathers, Metal Hellsinger, and Yasunori Mitsuda, Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Okay, so this one's a little harder because I not played, well, at least heard some of these soundtracks. I have heard some Elden Ring soundtracks and they are really nice, but I think I have to go God of War on this one. Just because I'm more familiar with that, so that's just me being, a little biased because, I've only played so many of these games, but yeah, God of War Ragnarok has really good music. I would say, I don't know, Elden Ring and God of War both are like very close in quality wise, so fuck. Those are two big nominees for Game of the Year.
The Best Audio Design nominees are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring.
Now, okay, so this one's always been a little odd because like people don't understand what audio design means. They think like it means music and shit. I think what you're talking about is like the sound effects, the effects of the stuff, when you're shooting a gun or swinging a sword, that kind of stuff.
God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West.
Jeez, so many PlayStation options. You know what? I'm going to say this is going to be a little controversial. I'm going to say Gran Turismo. And the reason I say this is because I actually did play for a bit. It does sound like a car. It does sound very close to how the car actually sounds. So, I'm going to say Gran Turismo 7. That's my pick. I know that's a little bit controversial, but when you're talking about audio design, you're talking about like how things sound, like how close they can sound to their real life counterpart. Gran Turismo does a really good job.
Innovation and accessibility recognizes games that
This is going to The Last of Us Part 1.
are making our industry available and enjoyable to more people. Selected by a special committee of accessibility experts, the nominees are As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part
Last of Us Part 1. Easy. Wanna know why? I don't see many games actually trying to be accessible to fucking blind people. I don't see many game developers out there making games accessible for people who have one arm. Last of Us Part 1 does that.
1, and The Quarry. For best
Some of those games also were, story-based, like when I say story-based games, I'm talking like Telltale type games where it's like, click and adventure, those, I guess, I want to say click and, go or whatever the hell that is. But, like, those ones where it's like you kind of really don't play the game. I don't know. I haven't played The Quarry, but I would say that one needs to go to The Last of Us Part 1 because Naughty Dog went out of their way with that one.
narrative, the nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality.
Oh my god, this one's hard. Because you know what it is? It's a battle between God of War Ragnarok and Plague Tale. Plague Tale has a really good story, while the combat and the gameplay are somewhat too familiar with the first one. It's still a really good story. It kept me in interest. Then you got God of War Ragnarok, which is like damn near perfect. God damn. If we're just talking story. I think I'm going God of War. And there's one reason why that I pick God of War over Plague Tale. And mind you, this is hard. I this is like something I'm actually going to have to wrestle with for a bit. But I say God of War Ragnarok because it kind of did it. What's the best way to put this? It surprised me. Plague's Tale doesn't surprise me very often. The core story is really good, but it's somewhat predictable. God of War Ragnarok is kind of hard to predict at times. Because sometimes characters do things like, oh shit, I didn't know they were thinking that. Or, oh shit, what the hell is their plan here? They kind of keep you on the edge of your toes. So I'm going God of War Ragnarok for best narrative. But Plague Tale, oh boy, it's so close. So close. It's not even fair.
Games for Impact recognizes a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning. The nominees this year are
A Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Endling, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, and I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.
I don't know how to vote for that one, so I probably just won't vote.
Best Independent Game, the nominees
Oh, I know who's winning
are
this one, or who I'm voting
Cult
for.
of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic.
Cult of Lamb. I've been looking at gameplay for that game. I want that game. It looks fun. It reminds me of Binding of Isaac, but like more fun, more satanic, and I love it for that.
For Best Mobile Game, the nominees are Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap, and Tower of Fantasy.
Marvel Snap. Again, don't play phone games. I wouldn't know anything about this.
Best Community Support, presented by Discord, recognizes a game for outstanding support, transparency, and responsiveness to players. Our nominees are
Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Okay, now it's time for one of my favorite categories, Best Debut Indie Game, which recognizes a
Hey, Rice. Get ready to win.
development team that made its first game in 2022, and clearly they hit it out of the park. The nominees are
Neon White, Norco, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors.
For my boy's sake, I'm voting Vampire Survivors because I've been watching people play that. Damn, that game looks good. Neon White also looks really good too, but Vampire Survivors, there's just something so charming about it.
For Best VR AR Game, the nominees are After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, and Red Matter 2. For Content
Bone Lab. Bone Lab's just fun to mess around with.
Creator of the Year, the nominees are
PlayStation Gamer. Really? They're gonna have someone from fucking Mr. Beast's crew?
Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, Nibellion, No Brew, and QT Cinderella.
You know what? I think I have to go with Nobrew. That motherfucker don't show his face, but man, he keeps me up to date with all that gaming news. I don't know who the hell QT Cinderella is. Never seen this girl. Never in my life. Carl Jacobs probably will end up winning because he's from Mr. Beast's crew, and guarantee you if he wins, say he's going to have Jimmy there, and just, I can see that happening.
Cinderella. The nominees for Best Action Game are Bayonetta 3, Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge.
That's how he started. I think he's getting sick of saying that. That one I'll probably give to Bayonetta 3. Nintendo, I gotta toss you a bone every once in a while, but Bayonetta 3 does look like a really good action game, so yeah, if I had a Switch, I probably actually want to play that.
The Best Action Adventure Game nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic.
That one I'm gonna have to give to Horizon. The reason for that is, as a adventure game, it's very. When you think of the word adventure, at least how I think of it, it's like you're exploring a lot of areas, and well, you do that in God of War Ragnarok, and you really don't do that in Plague's Tale. You kind of don't. You just kind of follow a certain pathway. God of War Ragnarok's, well, as far as I'm into the game, it kind of does that with, the occasional dividends, the occasional split off. Horizon's the one that's like, go there, do that side quest, then go around looking for, machine parts and that stuff. That's like what I think of as a adventure game. I think that's an adventure game because you're actually being encouraged to go out and explore the world through side quests and all that stuff. So I'm going to give that one Horizon 2. Horizon Forbidden West.
For Best RPG, the jury selected Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Elden Ring. Not up for debate. That's going to Elden Ring. I think either that's going to Elden Ring or that's going to go to Pokemon, but I think it's going to Elden Ring. I wouldn't know anything about Xenoblade 3. Pokemon Legends Arceus looked pretty good, but I think by default it would just be Elden Ring because that's like the best role-playing experience I've heard people talk about in the whole year.
The Best Fighting Game nominees are...
This one's got a little bit of controversy because was there really that many fighting games that came out this year?
DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, The King of Fighters 15, Multiversus, and Sifu.
Why Sifu here? I'll give that to Multiversus because that's like the only fighting game I'm aware of, and it does sound like it has a. I don't know. It seems like the community's kind of dropped off on that one, but it does sound like it's a pretty fun game. I did play a bit of it. It was fun-ish.
What's the most anticipated upcoming game? Remember, these have to be games that are officially announced. The nominees are...
Now remember, officially announced. That doesn't mean just given, a 2023, date. So you're not going to see Spider-Man 2 here, which sucks because that's like, I would love. But these are games like they're actually confirmed have a date. Or at least we have a strong hunch of when they're coming.
Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda.
This one's going to boil down to Legend of Zelda versus Starfield. I don't think Final Fantasy 16's win it. I don't think whatever the rest of the games are going to win it. It's going to come down to Starfield and Legend of Zelda, and I think Zelda's going to win it.
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
This year, there's a new category at TGA, Best Adaptation, which recognizes excellence in
This is a weird one because this has nothing to do with games, really.
authentically creating shows, movies, and other creative endeavors based on video
You know who's winning this next year? The Last of Us.
game worlds and characters. Here are our first ever nominees for Best Adaptation.
Arcane, League of Legends, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, The Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Uncharted.
Oh, I'm going with my boy Uncharted. No. I'm actually probably going to have to give it to Arcane. And the reason I say that is because I've heard a lot of good things about that show. But then Sonic 2 is pretty damn good. Low key, I think I'm becoming a Sonic fan because of those movies. They've actually been pretty good. They're not like the best movies ever, but they're good. They get the job done. Cyberpunk Edgerunners, I haven't watched it yet. I only watched one episode of Arcana for the record. But what I saw was pretty damn good. I was like, damn. So I think this one's going to boil down to Cyberpunk Edgerunners and Arcana. And I think if that's the case, Netflix is the winner. But I think I'm going to have to go for Arcana.
Next up, Best Family Game.
Best Nintendo game. Just replace the family part with Nintendo. Because every fucking year, it's mostly Nintendo games. It's rarely got like maybe a couple indie games in there. Maybe. But it's always dominated by Nintendo.
The nominees are Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon.
What'd I tell you? So, yeah. Here's here, guys. I gotta turn my notifications off here. But yeah, I think this one's going to... God, what were the nominees again? Sorry, I rewatched.
Family game. The nominees are Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon 3.
I like Switch Sports. I think as far as a family game goes, that's family as it gets. You know, just the kids standing up, playing with mom and dad, playing tennis or bowling. Yeah, I think that's going to Switch Sports.
3. The best sim strategy nominees are Dune Spice Wars, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Total War Warhammer 3, 2 Point Campus, and Victoria 3.
Okay, so Project Triangle should have been here, right? Because, like, isn't that more of a strategy game than a role-playing game? Just say. With those nominees, I'm going to go Mario plus Rabbids.
This year, these 5 games are nominated for Best Sports Racing: F1 22, FIFA 23, NBA 2K 23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ollie Ollie World.
Yeah, and I also play sports games, so I'm going Gran Turismo. Just because I did hear as a racing game, it's pretty damn good. And, you know, sports titles every year, they seem to kind of, you know, copy and paste themselves. So, yeah, I think I got to go for Gran Turismo. Just because it doesn't come out every year. And while it's not the best, I have heard good things about it. It's definitely one of those games, like, it has a lot of problems, but the core gameplay from what I heard is relatively, you know, good.
Next up, we're looking at our 5 esports categories, starting with Best Esports Game. And the nominees are
Counter-Strike Global.
And here comes your esports game, so I'm not paying attention really. Okay, so
Major Antwerp, the MSI, and Valorant Champions.
And now, our final 2 categories.
okay, so these ones are the big boys. So get ready to buckle your seats down and have your butts taken.
For Best Game Direction, which recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design, the nominees are
Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray.
And
Oh, that's... God, why? I think I'm giving that one to God of War. Just because, I don't know. Maybe if I give Elden Ring this one, it doesn't look so bad when God of War wins Game of the Year, because I'm going to vote for that. Probably. We'll see. What's our nominees?
finally, on behalf of the jury comprised of more than 100 global media outlets, I am proud to announce the 6 games selected for outstanding creative and technical excellence. The nominees for Game of the Year at the Game Awards are
A Plague Tale Requiem from Asobo Studio and Focus Entertainment, Elden Ring by From Software and Bandai Namco Entertainment, God of War Ragnarok from Sony Santa Monica and Sony Interactive Entertainment, Horizon Forbidden West from Guerrilla Games and Sony Interactive Entertainment, Stray from Blue 12 Studio and Annapurna Interactive, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 from Monolith Soft and Nintendo.
Well, you know who Harmer Smith's voting for, but yeah, I think my boy.
God.
I think that's who's winning. And the reason I say that, with all due respect to Elden Ring, there's one thing God of War really does so far. I've been playing through above, Elden Ring. You know what it is? Story. Can someone honestly tell me what the story of Elden Ring is without going into backstory or lore? Like, what are you fundamentally doing in that game? I am a Elden Ring. I basically know next to nothing outside of it's a very popular game, and a lot of people love it, and it's a Souls type game. You tell me, when you ask someone, what's God of War Ragnarok about? It's like, well, it's about a God of War, going through Ragnarok. Just like literally just grab someone off the street. Hey, what's this sound like? And what's this sound like? So, yeah. No shock here, right? TPG's going for the God of War Ragnarok. Mostly because I think it has a good story. I think the combat's way more fun. And one last thing. This is going to sound weird. I don't know how to put it. I'm just going to say it. I think it's just a better put together game. I just think that. I think it's a better game. I know this is, of course he's being a PlayStation fanboy. But as you guys saw, a lot of those I was given to Nintendo or some, third-party company. But when it comes to Game of the Year, what I think is the best game of this year, I think it goes to God of War Ragnarok. And not saying Elden Ring's a bad game. Oh, hell no. Elden Ring's a good game. It gave us the Quantum TV shit, man. Do you need more? By the way, why is the Act-Man not nominated for Best Content Creator? No, Carl Jacobs? So for Mr. Beast, okay. You could replace that, you could replace him with Mr. Act-Man, and I would have been happy with that. Fuck yeah, my boy Act-Man got a win. My boy Act-Man is smart. But no, Carl Jacobs. I didn't know that motherfucker stream. So yeah, those are my my picks, my predictions, and all that stuff. So yeah, my final pick is God of War Ragnarok for Game of the Year, and no shock there, that PlayStation gamer votes for a PlayStation game. But I would also say, and I'm gonna say this, Elden Ring's a damn good game, and if it wins Game of the Year, I wouldn't be shocked. It's really going to come down to those two, or somehow, by some fucking miracle, Xenoblade 3 wins. But I don't think that's winning. I don't even think that should be nominated. For real, can I just say this? This is going to sound a little controversial here. Japanese role-playing games are just such a niche fucking audience. I just don't like them that much. They take way too long to get interesting, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, how much text and fucking dialogue do you have to go through? It's like the Western, companies have figured something out. If you're going to tell a story and be entertaining at the same time. So until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. Hoping you all have a good day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. Peace.